you're facing large infrastructure sprawl, for example, you have VMs that are kind of being spun up and spun down without your knowledge. If you are leveraging the Nutanix platform and also ServiceNow, but you don't really have a way of marrying those two together or running a traditional network discovery that would pull all that information into your asset CMDB, you would greatly benefit from this tool. As you can see from the default SSH probe that runs natively on the ServiceNow platform, all we really get back from a Nutanix cluster is Unix and Linux information specific to those operating systems. This isn't wrong, since Nutanix actually runs on top of the Linux operating system, but it isn't really helpful when we're trying to populate CMDB, specifically how do our clusters look when they're provisioned, how does, where do VMs become hosted, and all the power that the Nutanix platform gives you. What it really boils down to is visibility. If I have a single pane of glass for all of my network infrastructure, all of my systems information, and subsequently my HCI information, I'd be able to build this awesome tool, which is ServiceNow. We can start utilizing it for change management, incident creation, service mapping, all the great bells and whistles that ServiceNow has straight out of the box, combined with the power of the Nutanix Prism platform and the HCI platform that is Nutanix. The NxFusion integration utilizes the Prism API that is inherent to the Nutanix infrastructure to query all the information that you would have about deployed VMs, clusters, RAM utilization, disks attached to VMs, networks, everything that you would define within your Prism instance, you would then find in this tool. What makes this tool a little bit different is that instead of using a traditional network discovery, which is going to be limited to querying subnets that have been opened up and allow access to a mid-server, ServiceNow mid-server, this will allow a mid-server to go and query the Nutanix infrastructure over only the API. So no security holes, no firewall holes need to be punched. Only access to the Prism interface needs to be allowed. And with single read-only credentials, we can very quickly build a diagram of how your Nutanix infrastructure is being utilized within the ServiceNow platform. All sizes of organizations should benefit from this, right? So even a smaller shop that's maybe running 1 or 2 clusters, there's still the potential for building out a lot of different virtual machines, having a lot of disks attached to a virtual machine, having storage capabilities, things like that need to be pulled into a management dashboard in some way. Prism is a great tool, but it doesn't always allow network infrastructure and HCI infrastructure and maybe even systems to coexist in the same tool. With ServiceNow and the NxFusion Pro, we're able to go out and query all that and aggregate everything that you would with a normal network discovery on top of utilizing the